Hi, have you ever wondered why we fear change so much? Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about that. Some of the reasons why we struggle with change and some of the reasons why change can be scary or starting something new can be scary and how we can get better at it. In today's world, it's really hard to find ways to cope with change sometimes, but change can be a very good thing too. When we understand the reason for change, we understand how to get better with change. And so I'm going to share an example of me selecting my career path when I was going into college. Now, I have a lot of interests and a lot of different hobbies, things that I like to do and passions that I like to pursue. But I struggled to find what I wanted to do for college and how I could channel those passions into something that could really help me in my career. Now, something that I found that I really enjoyed was problem solving. I enjoyed finding solutions to things that were in front of me. For example, with numbers. I ultimately, through the guidance of others around me, chose the career path of accounting because it was a way that I could channel that want and that desire to solve problems and to make things work. Now, that was hard for me because choosing to pursue that one path meant that I felt like I was leaving behind all the other things that I had been working on, and I felt like I was going to be losing a lot of myself. And so that change was hard for me to make that decision because I didn't know what that was going to mean for my future. Now, I've been in school for a little while now, and I've understood that that doesn't mean I have to end all those other passions. It meant that I'm putting more focus on that one. Well, how can this apply to you, and how can this apply to others? When you are faced with change, it is innate in our human nature to not want to change. And the reason for that is because we had to survive. We had to find security in life. Way back when humans were first on the earth, that was something that was scary. If you did something wrong, it could be the end of your life. And so it's in our human nature to want to find security and to find comfort. And obviously there's that saying that there's no growth in the comfort zone. And it requires change and getting out of that comfort zone to change. So how can we become more comfortable with that change? Well, there's a good study that was done that shows that when we choose how we channel our thoughts in those situations, that we really can choose the outcome to an extent. Obviously, there are external and internal forces that dictate how things will play out, but the things that are in our control, we can really help to change our situations. Now, I know that can be hard, but some of the things that I've found that really help is when a situation comes up that requires change, I decide what I'm going to do and how I can control the situation. And then I try to stop thinking about things that I know I can't control because there's no point worrying over them. And so in some situations, it's easy to get in self-doubt, think, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, how can I ever get past this? But you can, and you can focus on things that you can control. For example, if, let's say, someone was in a car accident and they are really confused and they're dazed and they're trying to figure out what they need to do, a lot of times people will really get into that fight or flight and they don't know what to do next. Now, in this quote-unquote accident that happened, let's say that it was not fatal, but it was a serious accident, and you are a little dazed, you're a little confused, and maybe you have a concussion. In this situation, the things that you could choose to focus on would either be the wreck that just happened and getting overwhelmed, thinking about making sure everyone's okay, or making sure that the situation can be calmed down, or calling an ambulance. There's so many things to think about. And so in these kind of situations, the things that you'd want to do first is first assess yourself. Are you okay? Do you have any cuts or scrapes? Do you have anything that's worrying you about your body? If everything there is okay, then you can go to making sure that everybody else is okay and checking on them, and obviously calling an ambulance if there is that need. The next thing would be to assess your surroundings, making sure that you're in a safe spot, make sure that nothing is going to happen to you. In fact, that's probably the first thing you should do. And then once that's done, then you can assess the damage to the vehicle, to whatever happened, and see what needs to be done first. Doing that can help you to have a calmer presence to be able to deal with stress better. Now, when that adrenaline does wear off, obviously you are in shock and you're going to be tired, you're going to be a little exhausted. And so this is an example of change and the environment of being in an accident. There's a lot of external forces weighing in on your feelings and how you deal with that change. Now, that's a kind of an extreme example, but another example is starting a YouTube channel. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm putting myself out there. Now, there's a lot of doubts and a lot of thoughts that have gone through my mind with deciding to start a YouTube channel. Like, how are people going to perceive what I'm putting out there? Are people going to judge me for how poor the quality is while I'm starting out? What is my family going to think about these videos? Is it going to be overwhelming support, or are they going to say that this is useless waste of time, that it's not going to get me going anywhere? These are all thoughts that I had going through my head when I decided to start this channel, to start something new. But at the same time, there's a lot of exhilarating thoughts that go through my head as well. Like, this is a great opportunity to learn something new. Yeah, I'm going to fail. Yeah, it's not going to be great at first. But it's the opportunity to change, to try something new, to experience life. And this is something that I know that a lot of people have wanted to do. There's a lot of people on YouTube talking about how to start a channel. There are a lot of people talking about ways you can grow. And the reason for that is because there are so many people that are wanting to start this. Now, especially because of the pandemic, there's a lot of people that have wanted to consume more media in general, and especially on YouTube. And so this is something that kind of pushed me to want to start my channel. And my wife has been a great support, and she's also one of the reasons why I decided to start a channel, is because she feels that it could be a great outlet for me. And that support has been huge for me. And so finding a huge support group, or even small support here and there, can be a big difference in helping you to feel confident in the work that you're doing. Now, these videos are going to be very simple that I put out, but they're a great way to show my passions to others and share that with them. And I am definitely not a master in any of the things I do. I'm not a master in photography and backpacking and climbing and anything that I'm going to talk about on this channel, but I like to put myself out there and show people what I like to do, my style, and be as an advocate or a friend, showing people the kind of things that they can do, whether that's through educational videos or entertainment videos, of just putting something out there that can provide values to other people. And this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So that's kind of what this channel is going to be about, and what it'll embody is trying to help people to find value in life through photography, through video, through backpacking, and just talking about a bunch of different things. And I hope that as I do that, that you guys can be able to enjoy what I put out there. And I hope that you guys can be patient with me as I start this journey, because it will get better over time, but it is hard because I am just starting out, and I do feel like I am just a beginner. I can see that in my setup and the gear that I have, but I am passionate about the things that I want to talk about, and I hope that you can enjoy that too. So I hope that you can continue to come around and drop a like and leave a comment, and if you feel so inclined to subscribe, I would appreciate it. And I hope that I can see you guys in another video, and I hope that you guys enjoy your day.